Nice.
Okay. And waiting for it to start up there. We are live. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Today is May 16th, 2023, and we are here on our weekly call to have a coherence meditation. As everybody knows, once a month, we are going to switch it up a little bit. Last week, as an example, we had the awesome,
Veda,
more
Veda
people.
Austin.
I forgot. Yeah, the awesome Veda Austin. Man, try saying that 10 times in a row, right? The awesome Veda Austin. Awesome Veda Austin. Okay. Well, welcome everyone. So, we are live streaming to 5 different other platforms. Great to see everybody's faces again. And wow, what an awesome event last week. And in case anybody has not been able to watch that awesome event, they can go over to the YouTube channel, Cosmic Gaia Community Channel, and click on the live tab there. And it was just last week. Click on the video and you can see the recorded live event. So welcome everybody. Off to you, Seth.
Awesome. Thank you for a great intro, Greg. Wait, hold on a second. Let me shut this phone. Perfect timing for me to shut it because okay. So thank you. It's wonderful to see you guys. I see Grandpa Bill there. Thank you for showing up. And let's see, no matter where in the world you are, what you're doing, we're super grateful that you came here to spend time with us as we do this. So this is going to be a really powerful meditation. And it's more powerful than probably most of them because we're going to be becoming super conscious of our brain and how it works and how it connects to the rest of the body. And we're going to open up some of those chambers that maybe we don't spend a lot of time in consciously, but we're going to do that today. So wherever you guys are, just get relaxed, whether you're sitting up or laying down, just make sure you're totally relaxed. And for this one, I'm going to ask everybody to close their eyes. Usually it doesn't matter either way, but I want you guys to create a really good focus. So scan your body from head to toe. Feel if there's any tension and relax if it is. Get your breathing into rhythm, gentle but consistent, and let your awareness really focus on your breath. Put a little smile on your face so you can feel the gratitude that comes when you do that. We're going to do something that is a little bit more advanced, but you can do it. I know you all can. And that is to focus on your brain and your heart at the same time. You can almost imagine if you had vision or eyesight, both in your brain and in your heart at the same time. Almost like you're in a little spaceship, if that helps more. And as you're breathing, you're relaxing, and you're being present in your heart and in your head at the same time. And not only you focusing on them, but almost step back a little bit consciously, like you're the observer. And just let your brain and your heart do what they are naturally going to do, what they're so great at, whether we're conscious or not, which is communication with each other without who we think we are getting in the way. Relax deeper and put that smile on your face. Feel it in your heart and your brain at the same time. We're just creating heart coherence with the brain. So now that you have that image or that awareness or the feeling of these two separate organs totally connected together to form a super organ, the more you naturally have the ability to step back and let it happen. Let that natural communication happen between the head and the heart. Keep breathing gently, deep. So now let's take all of your attention, every single bit of it, and focus it right in the front of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, or just the very front of it, behind your head, your forehead. And a lot of this is all about getting really good at concentrating on different points in your body. Keep breathing. And when you're in the prefrontal cortex behind your forehead, kind of like we did before, almost act like your eyesight is inside of that part of your brain and you're able to see everything that's happening in it, or at least part of what's happening in it. You can just let go of your identity, who you think you are. You can let go of every single thing that might be holding you back or getting in your way of this meditation. And you're going to take that focus, and instead of feeling or thinking about all the things that are happening in your world or the world, you're going to take it and you're going to focus it right in your forehead. So now I want everybody to focus about 6 inches to a foot above their head. And when you focus on that point, it might seem like it's not in your body, but your field is there. And in the same way that I ask everybody to feel their pulse in their body while consciously being aware of it, I ask you to do the same above your head. Feel your pulse in the middle between your head and this point above it. Focus on that. Because the more you focus on it, the more you create the neural architecture that supports everything in our world, both. Now gently allow that space you were just focused on above, let it spiral back down right into the top of your head. And you may feel like a tickling sensation. And if you do feel it, that's great, because that's what we're going to start working with more. So now we're going to go to the very back of the head and into the brain stem, which goes through what they call your mammalian brain, your reptilian brain, and is a source of connectivity of information from the very bottom of your spine to the top where it goes into your head. Incredible, vital information that is being transferred, whether we are conscious of it or not. That's happening right now. And you're just allowing it to happen while you're breathing gently, deep. And from the back of your neck up into the very lower part of your brain, what's called the reptilian brain, breathe a spiral-like energy into that part of your brain. When I say spiral, when you start getting that, you're going to feel this gentle, tickly kind of feeling. And if you don't feel it right now, don't worry at all. You will. But let yourself focus on that part of your brain. People have all these preconceived ideas of what the reptilian brain is. And a lot of people become afraid of it because they think it refers to all of these external forces right now that appear to be controlling our world. And if you can feel your pulse in the very bottom of your head, in the back, in that reptilian brain, let that happen. Feel your pulse there, the beat of your heart, sending vital information to all parts of your whole being, not just your brain. But let that vital information that is happening right now in your body become conscious of it by simply focusing on it. Now we're going to take it up a little bit more, and we're going to go into what they call the mammalian brain, like a mammal. And as your attention goes into that, relax even deeper. And between the back of your throat and your head is where the pineal gland is. You don't need to know exactly where it is right now, but that's a perfect place to aim for. to take your attention and focus it between the back of your throat and the back of your head. Many people know that the pineal gland releases all kinds of metabolites of DMT. It helps to regulate serotonin and melatonin. And it does way more than that. The more you allow the consciousness pulsing through your being to become aware that you are becoming aware of it. It's a little dance. It's literally like a dance. It's back and forth. It's between who you think you are and what it is you actually are. And doing this work will bridge all of that so that you are no longer held back from experiencing reality as you truly are in totality. The pineal gland has little crystals in it, calcium crystals. And when it's activated, it does a piezoelectric response, meaning those little crystals in that gland that we all have, they compress and expand. And when that happens, you start to remember everything. What you are, why you're here, what this life means, what your purpose, all of that starts to become more clear when you start to give more attention to all of these internal systems of the body. So focus right now on that area where the pineal gland is and smile. Let it know that you are consciously communicating with it. It is profoundly powerful. It's infinite. And the more you have faith, the more you have simple consistency of making a habit of connecting to all of this that's in you, you get to know your organs. You get to feel the pulse of their energy everywhere. You completely change. You rise above all the conditions of your own conditioning. You can feel your pulse in that area between the back of your throat and your head. Do that. Keep breathing and keep focusing at the same time. In the future, we're going to do more exercises that will help that piezoelectric response happen. But for now, we're just giving our attention to this force of energy that is animating all this. It's allowing life to be in your entire body. And again, it's like a dance with somebody. You go back and forth until you realize that you're both one together. Now, take your awareness and focus on the top middle of your head. Like literally right on the top and in the middle of your head. If you're allowing yourself to perceive this with eyes, then look and see that there's two hemispheres of the brain, the right and left, but they're not separate. They're completely unified. They're joined together. If you can't feel your pulse, then just keep your awareness focused in that area. So much of this is creating the ability to focus on it, because that focus will allow you to go even deeper and deeper into knowing all of the different dimensions of who and what you truly are and what we all truly are. If you're able to feel deep gratitude or a gentle tickly feeling in this area of your brain, do that. Smile into it. Keep breathing. Keep that little smile on your face and feel that smile wherever you focus your attention. And while you're focusing, you want to totally relax at the same time. It might seem a little bit paradoxical or a little bit weird that you would be focusing so intently while at the same time relaxing. But that is the dance. That is duality. That is becoming one. It's becoming whole. If you're allowing yourself to feel your eyesight, or if you're in a little spaceship in that part of your brain, let's take that awareness and focus it behind your forehead, kind of like the bottom of your forehead, and behind it into the pituitary gland. This is an incredible gland. It has profound innate energy, potential, possibility. It is constantly in contact with every single system of your body. And the more that you start giving attention to it, the more it's going to start giving attention back to you. Keep your attention focused on that part. Breathe gently. Keep that little smile. And continue letting go of everything. Let go of everything that happened in your day, the responsibilities, none of that is there. You can just be present without holding on to any of that stuff in this particular gland. Keep breathing, smiling, feeling the feeling of that smile in this particular part of your brain. Now I want you to focus all of your attention on the entirety of your brain, all of it. The back, the front, the reptilian brain, the mammalian brain, the middle of your head with the two hemispheres. Allow yourself to focus on all of it without getting hung up on what we think they are or what words I just said to you. Let go of even that and allow the field that is animating this part of you. Let that be how you perceive reality. And give yourself permission to go so deep into that. This is you reestablishing a healthy relationship with your body, with your organs. They're your best friends. And when you start to form a healthy, consistent relationship with them, they let you know how good of friends they are to you. And when you start to create that kind of connectivity, you're going to be happier than you can even imagine. You can feel that happiness now if you want, but know that it's from all of the natural intelligence of your entire body working together in coherence as a whole. It's powerful. It's deeply, deeply sacred. Keep breathing. Keep allowing yourself to go deeper and deeper into your awareness of the entirety of your brain. Envision a thunder and lightning storm, but not one that will make you afraid. You're creating literal countless amounts of neural activity all through your entire brain and body. If you could see it, it would look like a giant lightning storm with lightning everywhere, but there's nothing to be afraid of. It wants you to pay attention to it. As you're breathing and keeping that little smile on your face, and you're feeling the entirety of your brain. Let yourself perceive reality almost as though there isn't a brain. So even right now, let go of thinking you are who you are, and let go of thinking that your consciousness ends where your skin does. It goes out into infinity. It's sending and receiving countless messages, information, energy. So much of the building blocks of life itself are accessible to you. Breathe, smile, and at the same time, acknowledging that you have the ability to think and feel beyond all of that. If you can feel your pulse, do that. If you can feel a tickly feeling throughout your brain, let that happen. If you can't do either of that right now, then just let your attention be in this entire area of your brain. Knowing that you're totally protected and that you're totally connected to the pulse of life itself. Let your consciousness go up into that point 6 to 12 inches above the head, wherever that was for you. Let all of your awareness go into that and let it concentrate so it gets stronger and more connected. You can envision a tower where it's sending and receiving signals. Let that happen right now. Relax deeper. Relax all the muscles in your face. Just relax your entire body, every part of it, while your attention is still in that point above your head. You can do both at the same time. And when you're ready, let that point, that attention above your head that's growing and getting stronger, let it drop right down into the middle of your head. And if you can feel that, then feel it. If you can see it, then let yourself see it. However that's showing up for you. And then feel the words source bioregenesis and source neuroregenesis. That means that we are regrowing the brain. We're creating a new brain that is overlaid within the one we already have. And the more you do this, the younger you're going to feel. Because you literally can regrow all of the tissues and cells and organs. You can regrow every single part of it. source neuroregenesis. Think that, feel that right in the center of the head that just had all that beautiful new consciousness dropped right into it. Some of you probably feel like you just want to stay in this space. And a part of you always will be. And the more conscious you become of everything that is happening in and around your body, the more you will grow and remember why you came into this world, into these bodies to begin with. True purpose. We're gonna start to come out of this, but very gently. Put your two hands together and just rub them so that you create heat and friction. Friction will create heat. Doesn't matter which way you do it. You can do it forward or backwards, or you can mix them up. And then take your hands and put the palms of them over your eyes. And just hold it there. Take your fingers and start tapping at the top of your head. Like literally 4 fingers on each side, just tapping. It's kind of like emotional freedom technique or EFT. But you're tapping because you want to take that neural architecture that is growing, that neuroregenesis of fact of possibility to create. You want all of that to be activated. And that's why you're tapping. Tap all over your head, anywhere you feel compelled to. Now start focusing while you're tapping at the top of your forehead. And very slowly, but consistently start moving it down. We're going to tap the entire face. Let yourself tap everywhere that feels comfortable on your face. If you feel any pain or anything like that, take note of it, because you can heal that. All the points in your face correspond with every single part of your body. So tapping like this is incredibly therapeutic, and it'll help your whole body. And when you feel like you've done enough of that, just bring your hands back down. Let them sit by your sides. And just breathe even inhales, even exhales. Just allow your entire body to be completely at peace with you. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. This is a really powerful meditation and a technique. And if you resonate with it, doctor's advice, do this every day, or any of the other ones we've covered so far. Make a habit out of doing it consistently, because it will amplify every part of you. It'll allow your cells and all the different systems of your body to expand so that they can transfer greater amplitude of energy. And the more you're able to have this type of energy that's expanding all through your body, the more conscious you become, and the more you're able to connect with the infinite part of yourself that has always been with you from day one till now. The only difference is you're becoming conscious of it. And the act of doing that creates you in all of your totality. So yeah, if anybody has any questions or anything at all, or statements, or feel free to chime in. And it's okay if you don't. I know when this call's over, I'm going to go right back into my brain.
I think the pineal gland is something that we can go on and on and on about, right? I mean, it's such a special gland, and decalcifying that gland is very important. Let's put it that way. You know, with everything that we've been exposed to by calcifying it, going through the process of decalcifying it just opens up a lot of wouldn't say opportunities, but just, you know, a lot to the pineal gland.
Yeah, a lot of potential.
So like you said, like, you know, it's what develops the melatonin to you know, allow you to sleep before you go to bed at night. It helps with a lot of other spiritual things.
Yeah, all the parts of our body, when we choose to become super conscious of it, or even just mildly conscious of it, it starts to move everything. Like, no matter what these blockages are, no matter how calcified we believe, it will fix all of that. And when it starts to do it, it can do it in a second, a nanosecond. So let's see.
I think the number one thing is actually to start off with getting rid of drinking tap water, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I distill water. I probably use that distiller 3 or 4 times a day, making a gallon each.
Well, now we have Veda Austin's advice too. So
Yep.
no matter what kind of
Yeah,
water.
as we learned.
Yeah.
Yeah. As we learned
Well,
last
Renee,
week, you bet.
Renee's asking what happens if you can't remember the steps. This is going to be on Facebook, YouTube. Where else, Greg? Yeah, those are the two for now, but in a bunch of different channels or a few different channels.
Yeah,
So
there are a couple Facebook groups that are being restreamed too. We have 2 YouTube channels. The primary YouTube channel is the Cosmic Gaia Community channel.
Laura's channel for now, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
We've got a question.
Speaking of which, if anybody else with the platforms we're restreaming to, if anybody has questions, feel free to put that in the chat. I can see them here and I can relay them over to our Zoom channel or our Zoom chat. So, Louis, how are you, my brother?
You know, it's funny when I'm good, and it's been a long time. As you know, I took on a very intense job for the past 2 months, and all my practices, everything went to the shelf there for a little bit. And today, I think 2 seconds into it, I was gone, not asleep, but gone. And then next thing I know, it's like, okay, start tapping your face. And wow, did I need that? That was, as you know, I missed the first 5 since April 15th or 18th when you started doing these. And now I see, but this is the best kept secret around. And funny enough, you know, what do they play in the military when somebody dies? They play taps, right? Maybe that's why they call it tap water. I don't know. I just thought of that when you said it.
That's funny. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in the world. Happens to everybody, all of us. But if we get good at this, then it becomes easier to maintain it, as you know.
So I could literally just do the replay on this and pay more attention to the steps, and when I can do it on my own. If the internet goes down, I'll be able to do it on my own.
And it's why we've been focusing on the bodily systems, all these different systems, because obviously they all work together. But by focusing on them and amplifying them, then greater possibilities starts to just occur naturally. Because it's always been there. It's always there. But we just maybe weren't aware of it. But we can be now.
And we will have some awesome surprises, hopefully in just a few weeks, where, well, number one, we are investigating snipping out the audio portion of the Coherence meditations and making them available as podcasts, as audio podcasts. So everybody that can't access a video replay, they can just download it right to their device and play it as an audio podcast. And one of the other surprises, I'll say that maybe there may be a social platform that will put everything on as well. So we'll put that out in the ether, and I think it's going to be grand.
Yeah. Well, if anybody doesn't have to go somewhere or be somewhere, then when we hang up for this call, I would say keep being present with your brain, with what we just worked with, because it will continue to evolve with you, and you will evolve. I guess that's it for now. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a great rest of the evening, guys.
See you next week.
We will see you next week.